Hi everyone. Hope you all are good. We are here for grade 5 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 5 and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter multiply decimals. The lessons we're going to cover today are multiply two decimals, inequalities with decimal multiplication, multiply a decimal by a multi-digit whole number, multiply a decimal by one-digit whole number, multiply a decimal by a power of 10. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? So here I'm on grade 5 math. Chapter we are on right now is multiply decimals. Let's just start with the lesson that is multiply two decimals. So you have to do 0 0.4 times 0 0.7, right? Just multiply them without decimal. 4 times 7, that is 28. So both the numbers have one decimal place and one decimal place, right? Answer must have two decimal places, right? So you need to move decimal point from here to here. That would be 0.28. The correct option is 0.28. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. 0.9 times 0.7. So just multiply them without decimal. You have to do 9 times 3. 9 times 7 is 63, right? So for both the numbers, they both have one and one decimal place. So answer must have two decimal places, right? So you need to move decimal point from here to here. So that would be 0.63. The correct option is 0.63, right? Option number 2 is the correct option. Got it? Okay, so let's just move on to next one. 0.6 times 0.8. So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Option number 1 is the correct option, right? 0.6 times 0.8, so 6 times 8 is 48. So answer must have two decimal places, so that is 0.48. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 1, that is 0.48. 0.9 times 0.3, which is the correct option. The correct option is option number 2. Very good. That is 0.27. Option number 2 is the correct option. You can please write the answer once, right? 0.3 times 0.6. So which is the correct option? The correct option is 0.18. Option number 1 is the correct option. The correct option is option number 1, that is 0.18. Very good. The next one is multiply 0.5 times 0.3, which is the correct option. That is 0.15. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. The next one is 0.6 times 0.1, which is the correct option. That is 0.06. Option number one is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is inequalities with decimal multiplication. Which sign makes the statement true? 4 times 1.7, you have to compare it to 6.8, right? So just solve this side. You have to solve 4 times 1.7, right? So multiply them without the decimal, that would be 17 times 4. 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 1 is 4 and 2, 68. You have one decimal place, so that would be 6.8. So you have to compare 6.8 and 6.8. They both are exactly equal, right? So that means they are equal. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, which sign makes the statement true? 10, you have to compare it to 2.5 times 4. So just do 25 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 2 is 8 and 10, right? You have one decimal place. So you need to move decimal point from here to here. So that is 10. So 10 and 10 are exactly equal. Got it? The correct option is option number 2. They are exactly equal. Okay, 2 and you have to compare it to 0.6 times 4. So which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? 2 is less than 2.4, right? 0.6 times 4 is 2.4, so 2 is less than. Okay, 6 you have to compare it to 2 times 3.6, so which is the correct option? The correct option is, I think less it is. No, Yes, 6 is less than 7.2. Less it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. The next one is 4.6 times 2. You have to compare it to 7. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option 1. 4.6 times 2 is greater than 7. Yes, option number 1 is the correct option. Greater it is. Which sign makes the statement true 5.6? And you have to compare it to 2.8 times 2. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is they are exactly equal, right? They both are exactly equal, right? The next one is which sign makes the statement true 8? You have to compare it to 1.5 times 2. So, which is the correct option? So, which is the correct option? The correct option is greater. 8 is greater than 5 times 1.2. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is multiply a decimal by a multi-digit whole number. Let's just start with the lesson. So let's just start with the test questions. 85 times 0.6. Multiply them without decimal. 6 times 5 is 30, 03 carry. 6 times 8 is 48 and 351, that is 510. You have one decimal place over here, so you need to move decimal point one place left. So that makes it 51.0 or 51. Can you guys please stop arguing? You guys are here to learn, so please focus on the learning. So the correct option is 51. Can you guys please stop arguing? Otherwise, I'm going to block you all. You guys are here to learn, so please focus on the learning. 4.6 times 46, which is the correct option? Which is the correct option? Option number one is the correct option, right? When you multiply them, you have to do 46 times 46, right? 6 times 6 is 36, 6 3 carry. 6 times 4 is 24 and 3 27. 4 times 6 is 24, 4 2 carry. 4 times 4 is 16 and 2 18. So 6, 7 and 4 11. 8 into 10 and 1 11 and 2. So you have one decimal place, you need to move decimal place one place left. So that is 211.6. Got it. So the correct option is option number one is the correct option. Got it. Zero point 0.8 times 37. So which is the correct option? That is 29.6. Option number one is the correct option. The next one is 9.3 times 69. So which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1, that is 641.7. Option number 1 is the correct option. Very good. Please write the answers once. Do not create the mess. 21 times 0.5. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1, that is 10.5. Okay, the next one is 4.2 times 55, which is the correct option. The correct option is 55 times 4.2. That is 231. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is multiply a decimal by one digit whole number. Okay, so let's just start with the test questions. 0.8 times 5. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1, that is 4.0. 0.4 times 8, which is the correct option. That is 3.2. Option number 2 is the correct option. 3.1 times 6. So, which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 1 is the correct option, 18.6. 0.7 times 2, which is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option, that is 1.4. 6.7 times 6, so which is the correct option? The correct option is option number 2 is the correct option. Very good. The next one is 5.8 times 3, so which is the correct option? Option number one is the correct option, right? 0.9 times 2, which is the correct option. That is 1.8. Okay, that's all for today. You can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So, we were working on grade 5 math. The chapter we were working on is multiply decimals. The lessons we have covered today are multiply two decimals, inequalities with a decimal multiplication, multiply a decimal by a multi-digit numbers, multiply a decimal by one digit whole number. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you. Or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So please write down the question in the chat box if you have any. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusion if you have any. Any questions? No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye everyone.